Master Bruce, are you all right, sir?
I'm tired, Alfred.
Well, I shouldn't wonder. You've taken no meals today. I can't recall when you last slept.
A weary body can be dealt with, but a weary spirit, that's something else. Sometimes, old friend, I wonder if I'm really doing any good out there.
How can you doubt it? The lives you've saved, the criminals you've brought to justice.
I've put out a few fires, yes. Won a few battles. But the war goes on, Alfred. On and on.
I love Batman. As the beacon of hope in a city filled with all the least desirable things about living itself, he stands tall above those who are unable to make good decisions for themselves. Those that have been plagued by self-hatred, an experiment gone wrong, having your love be taken advantage of, or just having one really bad day. I love Batman. The creature who lives and breathes in the shadows, that isn't allowed to feel what most normal people feel. Happiness, true joy, youthfulness, the feeling of belonging to a family or group. He can't feel what it's like to not have to constantly worry about the safety and security of others. He can't ever feel okay, but it's okay to not feel okay sometimes. And he can't, well, rather, he isn't allowed to feel these things because he is Batman. And I love Batman. Moreover, he's not allowed to feel these things because of the obligation he has to uphold for the potential of how good his city can be. Not how good or safe it is right now, per se, but the fact that it can be good someday. The fact that the disgruntled can be good someday. The possibility of having hope for the future. Short sidebar, for me personally, I've said to quite a few people that I do certain things because I feel obligated to do them, and for some reason it just brings this sort of negative connotation like, wow, you're only doing these things because you feel like you have to, and that's not the case at all. It's the obligation I willingly have put over myself to do certain things, For instance, like giving advice through the knowledge I have or my own experiences, doing something for someone because they're unable to do it themselves and I know I can do it for them, or helping someone see the true potential within themselves, whatever the case might be. I took the obligation not because I felt like I have to when I truly don't want to, because truth is, I do want to. And I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing as a good human being. So that's why I do feel obligated. I do have an obligation. That similar obligation to help others, like Batman has. And I do love Batman. The promise he keeps himself to never give up, no matter the cost. To keep striving, keep pushing, keep going forward no matter what. And similar to what I had said before, it's almost as if he can't, rather he isn't allowed to give up. Because think about it, if he did give up, would he be able to accomplish all his goals? No. Would he be able to do what he does night on end without any rest? No. So I often think to myself, if Batman doesn't give up, if he isn't allowed to give up, then I'm not allowed to give up either. Batman never gives up. And I do love Batman. Being a master strategist and the literal world's greatest detective, finding a way out of a roadblock is just second nature to him. Finding the alternative path. And when you think about it, his entire life is about how he took the alternative path. It's no secret everybody deals with trauma of some kind, no matter who you are. And the trauma he was faced with as a kid, as an 8-year-old young boy, he had two options. Let the tragedy that he had experienced force him to crumble under the pressure and, scurry him away from reality and life itself. Or, you take that pain and use it as a catalyst to shape you into someone more, something more. He became the Batman. And I gotta say, I love Batman. compassion for people like you can't even understand. And I know a lot of the time it may not seem like that because, you know, he can come off as a dick sometimes, but I think that's just because he gets straight to the point, and I guess that's another thing I love about him, being straight to the point. He always says precisely what needs to be said, not what could be said, or not always what he wants to say, but what's required to be said, and I can appreciate that. Saying just the right amount. Yet another reason why I love Batman. And finally, as much as he likes to think of himself as an impenetrable fortress, as a one-man army, at the end of the day, we all know he is just a man. And as men, you know, we sometimes doubt ourselves. We doubt our capabilities. We doubt our ability to change, making a change for good. We just have doubts sometimes, and though he is a man standing amongst literal gods, he is just a man, as you and I are, and he struggles with always doubting whether he's actually doing the right thing, and I think that's something that I can definitely relate to. But once you cross that line of having that doubt within yourself, you just have to always remember and keep close to you why you do the things that you do in the first place. That's what gives you purpose to do them at all. And honestly, I think it's something we all can relate to, at least in some degree. But that's precisely why I love Batman.